Hi guys, so this video is going to be specifically to nurture our anxieties, our sad feelings, or anything at all that's going on within our minds. So we're going to be starting off with some nice gentle breathing exercises just to center us, collect us, and bring us into our bodies. So we're going to bring our hands to a prayer position in front of our chest, and then together we're going to be inhaling, taking our arms out to either side, and then we're going to gather that breath right up to the sky with a nice inhale. The hands are going to come to a prayer position, and then they're going to exhale down in front of our chest. Lovely. And then we're going to go again. We're going to inhale, take those arms out to either side, gather that breath up towards the sky. The hands are going to touch in a prayer position, and then exhale down in front of our chest. And then once again, we're going to inhale, take those arms out to either side, gather that breath up towards the sky. The hands are going to come to that prayer position, and then exhale down in front of our chest. Wonderful. And then once again, inhaling to take those arms out to either side, bringing the breath right up, hands to a prayer, and then exhaling down in front of our chest. And then just two more of those. Inhaling to take those arms out to either side, gather that breath up towards the sky again, hands to a prayer position, then exhale down in front of our chest. Final time. Inhale to take those arms out to either side, gather that breath up towards the sky, hands to a prayer position, and then exhale down in front of our chest. Wonderful. So then from there, I'm going to bow my head down so fingertips can touch between the eyebrow space. Just taking a moment for yourself, maybe setting yourself an intention for your practice, and then eventually releasing those hands down onto the knees. Wonderful. So now from here, we're going to start going through some gentle neck movements. So quite often when we're stressed or anxious or anything like that, we hold tension in our neck area. So we're going to take our chin down to our chest and start circling our head round either right to left to begin with, whichever feels best for you. But please, if you have any neck issues or injuries or anything like that, either skip this part or just do them slightly smaller, whichever feels best for your neck. And then eventually you're going to reverse that circle, taking it round, being nice and kind to yourself here. Just easing up through this area. Just softening through. And then eventually just slowing it down to come back up and find yourself at neutral. Beautiful. So now from here, we're going to get into those shoulders as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to inhale and bring those shoulders right up to our ears. And then we're going to exhale and roll those shoulders down the back, shoulder blades trying to meet. And then again, we're going to inhale, bring those shoulders up to the ears, and exhale, taking those shoulders back. And then once again, we're going to inhale, take those shoulders right up, and then exhale to take those shoulders back and down the back. And then again, inhale to take those shoulders up, exhaling to take them and round them down the back. And then again, inhaling to take those shoulders up, and then exhaling to take them down the back. Final time. Wonderful. So now from here, we're going to be moving into a nice all fours position. So bringing those knees under the hips, the hands are under the shoulder area. And we're going to go through some nice cat-cows. We want our knees at hip width distance, and we're going to inhale to drop our belly. And then we're going to exhale to curve the spine up to the ceiling or sky. And then once again, inhale to drop the belly, tailbone up, gaze up. And then exhale to curve that spine up. And then again, we're going to be inhaling to drop that belly, take that gaze up, and then exhale to curve that spine up towards the sky or ceiling, head down. And then inhaling to take that belly down, and then exhaling to curve the spine up. And then inhaling to drop that belly, taking it down, exhaling to curve that spine up. And then we're preparing, so when your spine next curves up, to move into our drunken cat-cow. So you're just going to work into your body, get into your shoulders, into your hips, moving back and forwards, taking some circles, maybe some figure eights, whatever feels good for you. You're in your own space, so just make it your own. Really work it into your body, being really nice and kind to yourself, and just easing out any of those sticky areas. Wonderful. So now coming to neutral, we're going to work into a nice wide-legged child's pose. So you're going to take those knees out wide and those big toes come into touch, and then you're going to start bumping those hips back towards the heels, and then the arms are going to come out long in front of you, and you're going to lower that chest down to the ground. Then you're just going to relax with some breaths here. Just enjoy this. So you have a wide leg child's pose or an extended child's pose. Just relaxing and just enjoying this moment, just nurturing those feelings, whatever's coming up for you today, whatever's going on, just allowing them, not judging yourself for it. It's all welcomed. It's all okay. Lovely. And then you're going to inhale to gaze up. We're going to be going for a nice twisting posture to get into those shoulders again. So you're going to inhale, take that left arm up towards the sky, and then you're going to exhale, take that left arm under the right armpit area. And you're either twisting to come onto your ear and shoulder, or you're just resting down on that upper arm. And then just relaxing and finding some stillness and some breaths here. Again, just nourishing yourself, nurturing yourself, being kind, being gentle, allowing any feelings to come up and come through. And then you're going to inhale, bring that left arm back up and release it down to the ground. We're preparing to do the same again on the opposite side. So this time we're going to inhale, the right arm's coming up and open towards the sky. And then we're going to exhale that right arm under our left armpit area, either twisting to come onto the ear and shoulder or just lowering down on the upper arm a little bit. And then just relaxing and taking some breaths here again. And once again, just taking a moment just to nurture yourself, just to be kind, just to nourish that body, do whatever it needs, allow any thoughts to come through, taking those breaths. Wonderful. So now from there we're going to start preparing to inhale and press into our left hand, and we're going to start bringing our right arm back up and open and out to the side, and then exhale to release the hand down and return to a full child's pose just for a few breaths. Just relaxing there, taking a moment to see how the body's now feeling, allowing any emotions and feelings to come up. And then we're going to inhale, come back up to that all fours position, and preparing now for our first downward facing dog. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be taking our hands out slightly further in front of us, and then from there we're going to tuck our toes, we're going to activate our core, and then we're going to inhale and bump those hips up into the sky, finding a long spine, relax the shoulders, and then maybe walking one heel up and then the other, just walking into that dog, finding some space in the body. So it might be the first dog you've done all day or the first dog you've ever done. So just be nice and kind and open up through that body. Wonderful. So now from there we're going to start preparing to take our left leg forward. We're coming into a nice low lunge. So we're going to take that left leg forward. We're going to drop that back knee down to the ground. We just want to check in that our left knee's over our left ankle. Then we're coming into a nice low lunge, so we can either come up off the fingertips, or maybe we want to walk down onto the fingertips, and maybe even coming down onto the palms of our hands if the body's feeling open and ready for it today. Wherever feels best for you, just be nice and kind to yourself and be gentle. Just taking a moment here to enjoy this stretch. Just relaxing with those breaths. Wonderful. So now we're going to prepare to go for a nice twisting posture. So we're going to take our right hand and plant it next to our left foot, and then we're going to inhale and swim our left arm up and open and out to the side, and maybe right round up to the sky or ceiling, and then take the gaze to follow it if it feels good for you. And just take a nice breath, and then exhale to release that hand back down. We're going to pick up that back knee, and then we're going to take that left leg back, travel through a plank, and then we're going to inhale back up into a nice downward facing dog, and then maybe walk that dog out again, just being nice and kind and gentle to yourself. Just relaxing, and then preparing to do the same again on the opposite side. So this time we're going to inhale and take our right leg forward. We're coming back to that low lunge position again, so then we're going to drop that back knee down. We're going to check in with our right knee, make sure it's over the right ankle, and then either again coming off those fingertips and coming up into the air, coming onto the fingertips, or maybe working down onto the palms of the hand. Just relaxing and taking some breaths there and doing whatever feels best for your body. One side may be different to the other, and that's absolutely fine. Just relax and enjoy it. And then once again, when we're ready, we're going to go for that twist. So we're going to take our left hand to plant next to the right foot this time, and we're going to inhale and swim that right arm up and open and out to the side, finding a nice twist and opening in the body, and then just relaxing and taking some breaths there. Just taking a moment, and then exhale to release release that hand down to the ground. We're going to pick up that back knee, we're going to take that right leg back, travel through plank, and then inhale up into a nice downward facing dog. Once again, feeling free to walk that dog out if it feels nice and best for you today. You may also choose to find some stillness in this pose, so maybe either off the heels or working the heels down towards the ground if the body feels ready for that today. Just be nice and gentle with yourself. Maybe you want to just stay with that walking of the dog, whichever feels best for you. And then eventually we're going to start stepping one foot in front of the other to come to a nice forward fold at the top of our mats. Be nice and kind, long spine, relax the shoulders, maybe bending in those knees, just so we can keep that long spine. And then just take a moment there with a few breaths. Just nurturing. Folding's really good for our immune system, our nervous system, so just taking a moment here. Then maybe you want to bend in those elbows and grab onto each elbow just to add a little bit extra weight as we fold. Finding an extra stretch along the back of the hamstrings. Just relaxing and then releasing those hands, and then maybe we're going to start floating from side to side, moving the hands around to one side and the other, just like we're swishing. And then eventually we're going to start bending those knees and inhale, take our arms back and up. Hands are going to come to a prayer position, and then exhale down in front of our chest. Wonderful. Just taking a moment here. Just gathering and collecting our thoughts for a moment. So in a moment from here, we're going to be going through those nice breaths that we did at the start in a seated position, but instead we're going to be doing it in our standing position. So our hands are in a prayer position, and then we're going to inhale, take our arms up to the side and gather that breath up to the sky. Then we're going to exhale really slowly down in front of our chest. And then we're going to go again, inhaling to take those arms out to either side, gather that breath up to the sky or ceiling, hands to a prayer position, and then exhale really slowly down in front of our chest. And then once again, we're going to inhale, take those arms out to the side, gather that breath up towards the sky or ceiling, hands to a prayer position, and then exhale down in front of our chest. And again, we're going to inhale, take those arms out to the side, gather that breath up to the sky or ceiling, hands to a prayer position, and then exhaling down in front of our chest. So we're just going to take two more of those inhalings, take the arms out to the side, gather those arms up towards the sky, hands to a prayer, and then exhale down in front of our chest. Final time, nice deep big inhale, taking those arms out to the side, gather those arms up to the sky or ceiling, hands to a prayer, and then this time when we exhale we're going to start folding down into a nice forward fold again, and then just walking from one side to the other, maybe bending those knees, just finding some space again in that body. And then eventually we're going to start bending those knees. We're going to start bringing our bottom down towards the ground, coming onto our toes, then maybe taking our arms around our shins just to find a nice hug, and just to give ourselves a nice squeeze, and just a gentle hug, bringing that head down and tucking yourself in, just nurturing yourself, being nice and gentle. Embracing any emotions, any feelings that are coming up, they're all welcomed and all allowed. Taking some breaths, and then eventually we're going to take those hands behind our bottom, and we're going to come back onto our bottoms. We're going to straighten those legs out long in front of us. We're going to be taking a nice fold. So as I said before, folding is really good for our nervous system. So you can bend your knees when we fold. Make sure those feet are nice and active. And then we're going to inhale, take those arms up to the sky or ceiling, long spine, and then exhale and start folding forward. Either the hands are going to come onto the thighs, the shins, or maybe down to the ankles. Try and keep a long straight spine. Think about that neck staying long as well, so maybe just dropping the head down slightly so it can stay nice and long through the spine. And just taking some breaths there. Just relaxing. Checking in with that nervous system. Enjoying some nice gentle breaths here. So in a moment we're going to start coming out of this pose, and to do this we're going to curve right down. So we're going to drop our head down and we're going to just come out vertebra by vertebra, curving up through that spine nice and slowly. So when we're ready we're going to start curving from that lower back and start just healing that body up really slowly, allowing the head and neck to be the last to come up. And then just relaxing and settling back in, maybe taking a few rocks off the neck if needed. Lovely. So now from here, we're going to take a nice twisting posture. So I'm going to take my right hand to place behind my left thigh. Then I'm going to inhale and lengthen up, and then exhale and twist to that left side and take that left hand down to the ground. And then just take some nice gentle breaths here. Just finding that twist in the body. Just enjoying those breaths, and then eventually we're going to start coming back out and twisting round, and we're going to be doing the same again on the opposite side. So this time taking the left hand behind the right thigh, inhale to lengthen, and then exhale and twist to that right side, and that right hand can come down onto the ground either beside you or behind you, and you can relax and take some breaths there, keeping that spine nice and long and straight. Just relaxing. Taking those breaths, and then eventually on an exhale twisting to come back round to neutral, and we're going to start making our way down onto our mat. So to do this, we can take our arms out long in front of us, nice and active in those feet, active core, and then we can slowly start bringing that body down to the ground, releasing at any point if you want to, and just coming down gently, taking those arms out to the side, and then we're going to bring those knees in towards the stomach, and then maybe taking the hands onto the knees or behind the back of the thighs or in front of the shins, and then just giving yourself a nice big squeeze and hug, maybe rocking from side to side, just easing out again, giving that nice hug that we said before, nurturing ourselves, just enjoying this for a moment. And then from there, we're going to be coming into what we call a nice happy baby pose. So we're going to allow both knees to drop open to either side. And then the lower half of the leg from the knee, we're going to straighten up. And then we're going to take our arms to the inside of the knees and either just grabbing onto the shin, maybe working up towards the ankle, or maybe grabbing onto the feet. And then just taking a few moments there just to enjoy this, finding a nice either stillness, or you may decide to start rocking from side to side and just easing out on that spine. You may also choose to do a bit of both, so just relaxing and taking some breaths, and then starting to rock from side to side, just making it your own. So this can just be a little bit of fun and a little bit playful. So maybe when you're rocking from side to side, you start straightening one leg out, and then the other as you rock to the other side, maybe just subtly just stretching out in that body, while still checking in with how we're feeling today and accepting what's coming up, just allowing them, just taking those breaths, really nurturing and being slow. And then eventually we're going to start rocking to come back to neutral, bring those knees back in together, take our arms back around those shins or thighs one final time for a final squeeze, and then eventually we're going to start straightening those legs out long in front of us to come to our final Shavasana. If you prefer, please feel free to keep those knees bent and the feet on the ground. Otherwise, those toes can drop out to either side. You can take one hand to the lower belly and one to the chest, and you're just going to start connecting in with that breath and taking some nice deep breaths here. So inhaling through that nose and taking it down to that lower belly and rising up towards that chest area, and then just exhaling and slowly spilling it all back out, nice and slowly, sticking with those breaths for as long as you can, nice and deep and long, just taking your time here to nurture yourself. I encourage you to stay here for as long as time allows today, just to honour those feelings. Thank you very much, guys, and namaste.